Hello internet people. Today we are going to discuss BF Biosciences Limited company that is going to launch their IPO on 25th and 26th of September respectively, and it will be listed on PSX soon. So today we are going to discuss about the company dynamics, why they are raising their money and issuing ordinary shares to the public, and why they have decided from being an unlisted to public listed company, and what the key technical aspects that you should know before going into the IPO. And if you are a reader, I recommend that I mention the link of this detailed document of 200 pages below, so you can go and check it. And if you are not a good reader, then you should stay tuned with me for that. So number one important point is that this is a book building method. Secondly, the book builders are Habib Bank and Mizan Bank. Further, the bid can have a variation of 10% and strike price, which can be a subject of maximum price band of 40%. And we are going to discuss in detail about the strike price and floor price. All right. So bidding method is from September 25th to September 26th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Arif Habib has been appointed as a book runner for this issue, and the collection can be done by the four banks that are Habib Bank, Mizan, Faisal, and Habib Metro. And legal advisor are Khan and Piracha. And if you want to become an eligible investor, your minimum bid size should be around 1 million rupees, and the issue size is around 25 million ordinary share, which converted into 28.30 percent, and total post IPO paid up capital, which will be having a face value of around 3 per share. And Karandas Pakistan, which is a non-profit company, give and promote also the finance for SME, and is one of the primary lender for brownfield expansion. And further we going to discuss about the Karandas as well in the continued video. And the limit price is the maximum price a prospective bidder is willing to pay for a share under book building method. So the price band which we are talking about earlier is that the floor price with an upper limit of 40%. So the straight price is 55%, but the maximum limit is to the 77%, which allow the bidder to make a bid at floor price or within the price band. So the maximum price of the share can be 77 and the minimum can be 55 per share. All right, so that's all from the important highlights of the video. So let's just start and understand about the company business. All right, so it is an unlisted company, number one. Secondly, BFBL has 80-20% joint venture, and which is between Faros Laboratory Limited and a Bago Group of Argentina, and their core operation are import, manufacturing, marketing and distribution of pharmaceutical products, and they distinguish themselves by producing life-saving medicines as well. And company has a manufacturing facility which is located in Lahore, and it's operational since 2009, producing biological medicines for cancer, chronic kidney disease and hepatitis C, and they are serving for both local and international market. And they have a plant right now and which have a line 1 capacity, which we will discuss later. But line 1 was installed in 2009, which produce high margin low volume product, which is a market niche, and which is also flexible to produce non-biological products in small batches. In 2020, growing market potential see by the management, and management decided to increase their production capabilities by installing a second production line, which is line 2, with a high speed combined line from Sineton Technology Limited, which is located in Germany. And they installed the second line of that, which is expected to be complete by the July 2024. But currently if we talk about, it's most of the line has been complete, but regarding that they need their more efficient machinery to run that kind of machine. So we talked about this earlier as well, that with the money they are raising from the IPO, where it can be utilized. All right, so the post completion of this strategic is a brownfield expansion, and the company is now in well positioned to serve both biological and non-biological segment efficiently or effectively. All right, so straight to that, the pre and post expansion capacity. Company has a capacity of line 2 project to run approximately 40%. All right, 40% has a company has a capacity. And we right now the company is one of the leading pharmaceutical exporter from the country, and they are exporting to Indonesia, Belarus, Ukraine, etc. And they are aggressively exploring new markets as well, and they initiate to export to non PICs countries. It is a certification that is required to export, and currently they are targeting Central American countries. And also if we talk about that, in Central American they are partner with JV. Their partner Bago has a strong equity in that country, so they have a strong hold. So might be they are in near future they are exporting to the Central American as well. As a first step, the manufacturing facility जो है has been audited by regulatory agency of Uganda, Kenya, Ghana and Yemen, and they are working on local distributors as well, and they soon finalize a business plan for that. And they also forecasted the distributor in Afghanistan, where the sale of first product is expected to start in the third quarter of FY 2025. And their sponsors of BF Biosciences are Pharos Laboratories, which hold 80% of the share, and Group Empresarial Bago, which is located in Argentina, holds 20% of the share. And if we talk about the issue, is 25 million ordinary share having a face value of 3, considered 28.30%. 75% is a issue size, and having a strike price of around 55, and 75% of this ordinary share will be allocated to successful bidder, and 25% of the issue size will be offered to retail investors. All right, and the purpose of the IPO is that they are going to purchase plant and machinery to enhance process efficiencies and broaden product base, and they are planning to obtain export related certification and new product development, including glucagon like peptide, GLP-1 and all that stuff. And the additional funds which are they, if they raise above the floor price, will be utilized in managing its additional capex and working capital needs. And further is a a description of all these utilization of IPO proceed. So it says a chart that the total size is 1375 million they are going to raise, and 49% will be invested in working capital for the purchase, 10% will be in obtaining export related certification, and 41 will be invest in purchase of plant and machinery to enhance the efficiencies and broaden product base. If we talk about their financial highlights, so you can pause this video and understand it. Majorly their gross margins are significantly improved in 2021 by 45%, and currently if we talk about the 9-month FY24, their margins are at 43%. So yeah, their debt to equity ratio was revised to 73% debt and 27% equity, and normally the industry is between 70 to 30 ratio. And if we talk about, they have the building which is cost around 410 PKR million, and grand total and plant and machinery cost around 1988 PKR million, and the total cost was around 2900 PKR million, and then it was revised down to 4000 PKR million. And they first they took the loan from the Karandas as a private convertible debt, and which was amount around 0.835 billion, which an interest rate ranging from 1.93% to 3%. And then they raised a turf loan from Habib Bank and MCB, and to which was total around 2925 PKR million. All right, so yeah, and currently they're having an active pharma ingredients APIs. So these are the products, and what are their indication, and their APIs, and their patient group is mentioned in detail, so you can pause it and understand it in a uh, better idea about the company. And there's a new pipeline that they are going to introduce their medicines for the patients with diabetes, obesities, deficiency of anemia, which is very common in young generations and all that, and arteries and all that. Okay? If we talk about the major product of BFBL are illustrated in the following figure. If we talk about the market share, so they are 100% having a market share of PAG-INF, and 85% in Filgen, and lowest at Etrogen, it's 25%. And if we talk about the industry dynamics, healthcare is a need in Pakistan, and it's a notable market demand and supply gap that company identified. And if we talk about the market size, insulin patients having a market size of around 18 billion, and those who are having iron deficiency having 2.2 billion market, and those who are having diabetes and long-term weight management is a 2 billion market size. And this is a revenue breakup as follow. And the IPO would be around from these shares. Before IPO, the shareholding was around 80% to Feroz and 20% to Bago, and now their shareholding will be decreased to 57.36 and 14.34, and which translate into the total of 71.70%. And to the book building portion is around 21.23, and to the journal portion is around 7.07, which translate into the total of 28.30%, and total addition by that it's a 100%, and the total number of share is 88.3 million the company has in share, and they are offering to an IPO of 25 million. So yeah, the company product portfolio also includes their patients, those who are having problem with diabetes and kidney diseases and all that. So you can have a brief look on these things by pausing the video, or you can go and check out the whole document. And if we talk about the government policies regarding the healthcare industries, is that health policy significantly influence pharmaceutical revenues as well, and government has increased healthcare spending as well. And in FY24 and 25 budget discloses that government has allocated around 27 billion for Ministry of National Health Services and Regulation, which increase of 106% over 13 billion in FY24 budget. And if we talk about the stability of microeconomic factors, is that the government and greater investment in healthcare investment will increase. Further, export policies are the vital revenue for them. So currently the government has unregulated the segment of non-essential items, and now the companies have the power to raise the prices of the medicines, which came under the non-regulated segment or non-essential items. So it's a very having a margin products now they are in the market. And if you can see that the current quarter results of the medical pharma sector is astonishing, and they have the higher dividend yield and earnings as well, just because the main factor was that the government deregulated the non-essential items. So these are the common thing that you can pause and understand. And most of their cost drivers are the all the procurement which done by the company is it's under with the procurement policy. through the procurement model of SAP S4 HANA, which is already mentioned, and their cost and raw material packaging consume around 31% of 9 months FY24 and 35% of in FY23. If we talk about the electricity supply, company have a 4.4 megawatt capacity. National Grid Lasco having a capacity of 1.2 megawatt, a solar plant 1 megawatt, generators 2.2 megawatt. And it's a company milestone. You can pause and understand it. So yeah, they have the company, these are the certificates that has been mentioned by the company. They're having that authority and license. So it's all the company projects they are mentioning, and we have already discussed the market share of these medicines. So you can pause it and understand it, all these medicines for your for brief understanding or more technical or detailed understanding of for yourself. So yeah, if we talk about the marketing activity, BFBL has engaged field force 300 experienced sales and marketing professionals to grow and maintain its market share by directly reaching out to the healthcare practitioners and institutional customers. And if we talk about the markets, private market sales is done by the regulatory visits the to the healthcare practitioners, and all the market share private market sales are made through national distribution, which is Muller and Phipps Pakistan. Institutional sales account for 19% and done by the done to both government and certain private hospitals. Exports constitutes around 1% of the top line of the company, and they export to Nepal and Sri Lanka currently, and they are exploring new avenues for that. They're having a key competitors like Abbott, Sami Pharma, Mactor, Gats, Searle, Hostech Pakistan in these medicines. So you can pause it and understand it. These having intellectual property rights. Company having a specific trademark of the medicines. So these all are the details from that perspective. You can have a better look on it by pausing it, and I also mentioned the link in the bio, so you can have it, brief look over it, or understand the market dynamics. And lastly, if we talk about either you should go into this IPO or not, my recommendation can be is that do the cost and benefit analysis, right? And just not jump into the conclusion. Understand the pharma sector, number one, and understand the company dynamics. It's having an insulin, diabetes, and anemia medicines, and understand the global perspective in the look for the competitors market share in the international market share of these medicines and these industry. So you will have a brief understanding of this, either you should go for it or not. But again, as you know that pharma is the future, companies are growing in the pharma sector, either it's in international or in Pakistani markets. Medicines are the one thing that cannot be eliminate from the world, right? So it's your decision, either you should go for it or not. But keep in mind that everything has a pros and cons. So right, and go for it and do the best for yourself and make a wise decision before going into this IPO. So that's all from my side. I see you with the next video. If you have any comments and queries, just comment down, and I will entertain it. So that's all from my side. See you with the next video.